you've been misled. Telling a woman she is beautiful has no real effect. Why is this? Because if she's good looking, she has listened to that 1,000 different times. And you know what? She has completely forgotten every single man who mentioned it. But what if I told you there is a method to make her truly feel something, a way to encourage her to seek you out, constantly replaying your comments in her thoughts and deeply desiring your attention, even hours after your chat ended? Most men are either too careful or put in too much effort, which comes across as desperate. However, the secret lies in forbidden compliments. These are not your weak, predictable pickup lines. They act as psychological triggers that make her feel acknowledged, engaged, and eager for your approval. Pay attention, because in a minute, I will reveal the precise lines that make women utterly captivated. Phrases she has never encountered before. Words that compel her to become emotionally involved with you. Don't believe me. Just observe what happens when you use these remarks. Her reaction will be astonishing. Let's begin. The issue is not that men fail to compliment women. It is that they don't grasp how meaningless most compliments actually are. Consider this. When was the last time a woman's expression genuinely brightened because a man told her she had nice eyes? If she possesses even average attractiveness, she's been overwhelmed with common praise since she was a teenager. You're stunning. You're so attractive. Has anyone told you how gorgeous you are? And none of it makes a lasting impression. Why? Because those words fail to evoke any emotion deeper than a simple, polite smile. They are easy to forget, interchangeable, and worst of all, they put her on autopilot. She will nod, say thank you, and move forward without a second thought. But here is the harsh reality. Attraction is not built on simple flattery. It is built on emotion. If you truly want her to feel something when you speak, you must change the usual script. Most men don't realize that the moment a compliment feels expected, it becomes meaningless noise. She's trained to ignore it. But when you say something that takes her by surprise, something that causes her to pause and think, wait, what exactly did he mean by that? You are instantly no longer just another voice in the crowd. You become the person who made her heart beat faster. That is the difference between an insignificant remark and a forbidden compliment. One instantly slides away like water. The other stays. It gets under her skin. It causes her to repeat your words in her mind long after you've gone. And that is how you change a short exchange into a fascination. Because when you make her feel an emotion she can't quite identify, she will chase that feeling. And by extension, she will pursue you. Forbidden compliments don't just result in a smile. They completely transform how she sees you. While other men are stuck repeating boring phrases about her looks, you are speaking directly to the part of her that rarely gets attention. Her secret desires, her hidden self, the woman underneath the surface that no one else takes the time to notice. This is not about manipulation. It's about a bond so deep it feels excitingly forbidden. When you tell her, there's something about you I can't quite figure out, you aren't feeding her ego. You are sparking her curiosity. Suddenly, she isn't just accepting your attention. She is working for it, showing sides of herself she usually keeps hidden. All because you suggested you see something no one else does. That is the power of these phrases. They don't just land, they grow. They create room for mystery where other compliments smother with their obviousness. She will find herself thinking about your words later, turning them over in her mind, not because you praised her, but because you made her question herself in the most thrilling way possible. This is how normal talks become highly charged connections, not by telling her what she already understands, but by showing her what she's been hoping her entire life to hear. That she is more complicated, more captivating than the world has ever allowed her to believe. And when a woman feels that kind of understanding, that is when you stop being just another man and become the one who truly gets her, the one she can't stop thinking about. The magic in "there's something about you I can't quite figure out" is in what it leaves unsaid. You are not handing her another empty compliment to dismiss with all the rest. You are giving her a mystery about herself that only you seem to notice. This is psychological strategy at its best. While other men are giving away all their power with clear flattery, you are building an irresistible tension that draws her in. She will begin observing her own behavior, wondering what subtle quality caught your eye, replaying your interactions to figure out what you might have noticed. That slight lean of your body when you say it, the way your eyes hold hers for just a moment too long, these all become clues in a game she didn't realize she wanted to play until you invited her. The brilliance is in the gap you leave between your words and their true meaning. She will fill that space with her own imagination, her own desires, hoping that you will finally recognize the depth she wishes someone would see. And here is the wonderful irony. The less you explain, the more she reveals. Every time she tries to solve the puzzle of why you are interested, she is actually giving you more details about her authentic self. This is not about playing games. It is about being the first man who doesn't claim to have her completely figured out in 5 minutes. That rare patience, that willingness to let her reveal herself slowly, that's what makes you unforgettable in a world full of men who think they know her before she's even said a word. When you tell a woman, I feel like there's a side of you most people never get to see, you are not simply complimenting her, you are starting an emotional discovery. This phrase bypasses the daily performance and speaks directly to the hidden version of herself she keeps protected. Most people interact with her public personality, the polished, socially accepted image. But you are suggesting you recognize something more free, deeper, and more real beneath the surface. The strength here is in the hint. You are not like other men who are content with the obvious. You are the kind of man who notices what isn't spoken, who senses the controlled energy in her laughter or the deep feelings behind her casual comments. And the instant she believes you might truly see her, the real her that rarely gets acknowledged, something significant changes. She will begin unintentionally showing more, testing boundaries to see if you can handle the parts of herself she normally keeps hidden. This isn't about control. It's about creating the security and excitement for her to step out from behind her walls. That is when the real magic happens. When she starts linking you with the rare comfort of being completely herself, while other men get the highlights, you get the raw, true story. And that kind of emotional closeness is what turns normal interest into something deeply compelling. She won't just want you, she will need you because you have become the reflection that finally shows her the woman she has always been but never felt allowed to be. The second you say, I can't decide if you're trouble or exactly what I need, you have fundamentally changed the dynamic. This isn't just a clever phrase. It is an emotional explosion that takes away all the power that comes with clear admiration. You have built an exciting tension by making her question where she stands with you. That slight delay in your voice when you say it, that's the sound of a man who isn't easily impressed, who is still deciding her true worth, and suddenly she's the one trying to impress you. The genius is in the two parts. You are simultaneously recognizing her strong appeal while keeping enough distance to keep her slightly off balance. She will switch between wanting to embrace the trouble, image to excite you, and showing her gentler side to demonstrate she is exactly what you need. This internal struggle creates an engaging push-pull that most women seldom experience because most men are too busy giving them expected praise to build any genuine tension. Watch how her eyes search yours when you use this phrase, how her body language becomes more active as she attempts to resolve the contrast you've presented. You are no longer just another admirer. You are the fascinating puzzle she can't stop trying to figure out. And in that moment of delightful uncertainty, you've become the man who doesn't just want her, but makes her want to be wanted by you, which is far more powerful. This is how you escape the friend zone, the overly eager zone, all the places where nice guys get stuck, by making her work for your approval while secretly enjoying every moment of the pursuit. You have just discovered the secret code of attraction, the kind that doesn't just make her smile, but makes her obsessed. These are not cheap pickup lines or empty compliments. These are powerful psychological triggers that get past her defenses and speak directly to the part of her that truly desires connection. The men who succeed in love and dating are not the ones who shower women with meaningless praise. They are the rare few who make women feel something unforgettable. And now you are one of them. Imagine entering any room, making eye contact with the woman you desire, and knowing precisely what to say to make her heart pound. That is the ability you now possess. But here is the challenge. This only works if you use it. So today I encourage you. Stop fitting in with the crowd of men who bore her with the same old compliments. Start using these forbidden phrases and observe how her entire energy changes when she is around you. Notice how she leans in closer, laughs a bit louder, holds your gaze a little longer. That is the moment you will know you are different. You are the man who understands. So, what will you do next? Will you allow this knowledge to simply sit there? Or will you step out into the world and use it? The decision is yours. But remember, the correct words at the perfect moment don't just change the conversation, they change your entire life. Now, go out there and make her feel something she will never forget. Drop a heart in the comments if you are ready to change your dating life, and hit subscribe, because what you have just learned is only the beginning. The reason these forbidden compliments work, the true engine behind their power, is that they challenge her established reality. Every other man affirms the surface, that she is pretty, that she is hot, that she is successful. He is agreeing with the script she hands him, making himself utterly disposable. But you step into her world and disrupt the narrative. You suggest a layer she hides, a complexity she fears no one will ever appreciate, and in doing so, you offer her a gift of validation that goes bone deep. When you say, "I get the feeling you're secretly a lot more mischievous than you let on," you're not just guessing, you're inviting her to drop the good girl facade. You are telling her that you see the spark, the potential for playful chaos that she has to keep locked down in her professional life or around safe, predictable people. Most men try to control women, to fit them into a neat box of what they expect. You are doing the opposite. You are giving her permission to be big, to be complex, to be a little bit too much. And that permission is incredibly magnetic. It creates a space where she feels safe to explore the more rebellious or intense parts of her personality, knowing you won't flinch. This transforms you from a date into an escape, a doorway to the truest version of herself. She will crave that feeling, that sense of genuine liberty you bring. Remember, a woman is constantly filtering her behavior, tailoring her responses to make others comfortable. When you hint that you see past the filter, she feels truly seen for the first time in ages. The phrase creates an instantaneous shift in her perception of you. She moves you immediately from the category of admirer to the category of intriguing confidant. She starts to feel a sense of shared secret, an exclusive club that only the two of you belong to. The intimacy is instantaneous, built on psychological recognition rather than shallow physical appraisal. This recognition is an emotional shortcut, cutting through weeks or months of typical, boring interaction. It's a direct line to her inner world. She will feel compelled to prove your observation right, to show you that hidden side, thus investing more of her energy, time, and focus into the connection with you. The effort she expends trying to show you her mischievous side, her deeper side, is the energy that translates directly into attraction and obsession. You are essentially turning her into the active participant in the chase, making her work to validate your perception of her uniqueness. And what we work for, we value. This is the ultimate form of indirect flattery, complementing her identity by acknowledging the parts she keeps guarded, the parts she is secretly most proud of. This also avoids the trap of seeking her approval. When a man compliments her appearance, he is implicitly asking, "Do you like that I noticed this about you?" When you use a forbidden compliment, you are stating, "I noticed this deep truth about you," which requires no validation from her. You are acting as the judge of truth, not the pleader for praise. This maintains your frame, your authority, and your high value in the interaction. This changes the entire emotional architecture of your relationship. You're no longer seeking to impress her, you are offering her a unique kind of understanding. You become the mirror that reflects back the version of herself she wants to be, complex, deep, and slightly mysterious. Think about the common mistake most men make. They tell a woman she is perfect, but no one believes they are perfect, and being called perfect is boring. It shuts down the conversation. It implies there is nothing left to discover. When you instead offer a forbidden compliment, you are suggesting that she is imperfect in a fascinating way or complex in a rewarding way. You are opening up a treasure chest and saying, I think there is something extraordinary in here. This is why a phrase like, you have a really good filter on, and I'm honestly curious what happens when you decide to turn it off, is so incredibly effective. It acknowledges the control she exerts over her public image, which she values, but simultaneously expresses curiosity about the wildness she holds back. It creates a powerful tension between the proper woman and the passionate woman. You are addressing her intelligence and her restraint, which are things she works hard for, rather than her genetics, which are things she simply has. When you focus on her choices and her inner world, you are complementing her character and her mind. This is an order of magnitude more meaningful than praising her looks. Every woman, no matter how beautiful, eventually tires of being reduced to her appearance. She craves recognition for the effort she puts into her life, her wit, her emotional resilience, and the subtle ways she navigates the world. The forbidden compliment is a secret key to this inner chamber. She will instantly recognize that you are playing a different game, a more meaningful one, because you are speaking the language of self-recognition, not the language of lust. This depth of engagement is what makes her think about you late at night. The man who told her she was hot is long gone from her memory, but the man who hinted at the hidden depth in her soul is a fascinating puzzle she can't put down. She will feel an urge to contact you, not because she needs a boost to her ego, but because she needs to resolve the tension and curiosity you created. She needs to know what you saw, what you meant, and what else you might understand about her. This need for resolution is the engine of the chase. She is chasing the feeling of being seen, and you are the only one offering it. This puts you in a position of power, not because you are playing games, but because you are offering a high-value commodity, profound personal recognition. She will be unconsciously driven to spend more time with you, talk more openly with you, and reveal more layers, all in the effort to satisfy her own curiosity about the unique way you perceive her. This kind of attraction is durable. It is built on emotional foundation, not fleeting physical excitement. It is the groundwork for a connection that becomes genuinely addictive, turning you from a casual interest into a necessity in her emotional landscape.